Hi Taurus, welcome back for your mid-month January reading. Those of you who are new, a very warm welcome, and those of you who are returning, thank you, my beautiful subbies. Now, if you're wanting to make a booking, the link is below, as well as the new channel. The link for that is connected to the video or below, and the booking system for both is the same website. Now, hopefully around February, March, I will be adding Vimeo for extension readings, and the readings will be longer. I have pulled the cards ahead of time, and if you do wish to win a free reading each month, please subscribe and be in the running to win it. Astrology, that is done separately in a video on Yildiz readings, so if you do wish to have a look at that and be guided, you know, in a way that you can actually navigate through the month and know why you're feeling particular vibrations and, you know, my psychic downloads as to what's going on, feel free to come and join us. Okay. Now, your crowning energy of what's coming through is you're really trying to recoup. This may be, how do I put it? Some of you may have gone through a separation, okay? Some of you are really questioning this dream you held with a particular individual. Some of you feel quite isolated and alone. Others of you are healing from a separation, yet the interesting thing is the frequency that's coming through for this is, again, it doesn't have to be that you had a divorce, although I do feel for some of you that's relevant too. And I don't feel it's that a particular energy you're missing. It's more the healing from that aspect after previous failures with other people, for those of you who that's relevant. Now, it's more a trigger point is coming up in a fair-based frequency of, you know, is love moving forward? Is something changing? The energy of the moon is going to be very interesting this month. As I said in the beginning of the month, we had a partial lunar eclipse on the 6th, and we're having a total lunar eclipse on the 20th. Now, this can be an interesting month in agitation, especially since we had 2018, a majority of the time in retrograde. Moving into the new year, a lot of us energetically may be picking up our frequency, and we're highly optimistic, but you do tend to find it takes 1 to 2 months to get into the vibe of the actual year. So I'm feeling for you guys, rest and recuperation is what's going on and what's going to need to be. It might be that you don't want to be around anyone, especially if they're triggering you and you're seeing happy people around each other. You're really dreaming about this person. So I do feel while you're recouping, it may be that you're changing your hair, you're doing something to make yourself feel great. You know, male or female, whoever you are, you're just doing something to make yourself feel better about self. I'm feeling with these techniques you're using, you're doing them, you're going through the motions, but it's not really doing as much. You're doing it, but you're doing it as a this used to work scenario, but at the same time you're meditating, and to a degree it is uplifting your spirits. But this person might be in a partnership, and you may have heard through the grapevine that they have separated. This might have been a childhood sweetheart or somebody you really loved. Others of you, you feel that perhaps you're never going to have a connection again. It can just be this temporary energy that you're moving through of a loss of someone and a frequency. That window is driving me crazy. Of a frequency where you're just really frustrated. You're thinking, gosh, you know, this can even be while dealing with a person. They're working away, they're busy, you don't quite know how the connection's going. It's just this anxious feeling. I feel somehow, for some of you, you're not really seeing eye to eye with an individual and you just want to be left alone. It can be that you had some conflicts and disputes during the month as well, for those of you who are connected in any shape or form. And again, yeah, the compassion in reverse. You may feel that people around you aren't understanding, you know, that you're human, you're fragile as well. And this can be your love interest, really not understanding what you're actually going through. If you're long distance and you haven't spoken in a very long time, it's that wondering that you're holding, you know, does this person love me? Do they actually understand how much I care? Others of you, there can be conflict within a connection where they actually do love you, but it's like the seven languages of love. It's the way they show it is very different, and it might have been harsh words that were said during the month. some of you are just feeling this lackluster in general with life, and it is impacting your romantic sense. It's impacting you getting grounded. You feel in some shape or form, you know, there's no hope. It is a very down state. Now, again, it can be that you're going through a purge, moving into the lunar eclipse. But I do feel that there's movement coming. You just physically can't see it. Trying to balance your chakras is really going to help that. And I feel you need a great deal of meditation. Some of you are calling in the frequency of a passed over loved one. They are actually lighting you during this time. And you're really getting to a point where you are feeling that large vulnerability state. All of your frequencies are really coming in through very earthbound frequency. And again, I am feeling as though there is a connection to water for you. And I do feel if you had a spiritual connection with a person, this could be your passed over loved one or your romantic interest, be it you're wishing for guidance from them. I'm feeling as though anything you know that physical person would say is the response to your question. You may feel like you're walking this path alone at the moment, even if you're in a connection, and you are low on, how do I put it? You're low on drive to keep going. You're very tired. I do feel a lot of family around you at the moment, where they're wanting to be around you, they're wanting to help you. Some of them are being very quiet. They don't quite know how to talk to you around this. You're really feeling as though, you know, something, it's either from your intuition or from your heart chakra, you're feeling as though you're losing hope. You know, I'm going to pull some extra cards because the frequency of it feels very, there's no hope, okay? There is communication coming in, however, so it's like just when you've lost hope, it feels as though either your mindset's going to change or you may hear news through the grapevine. Try and get as grounded as possible. If it's getting into that frequency, although you may need to recoup, a lot of the energy may be due to fatigue, you know, and your natural state may not be in that mindset. How do I put it? That may not be your natural mindset. So if it's coming, it's super heavy. It can be a download and a transformation. Sometimes when we're having an upgrade, that happens, right? And then at other times, what it is you're literally so fatigued. So in something that looks like a bed of roses and it has every inch of potentiality, we see the lack within it regardless. Okay, you feel as though there has been no judgment made. You also feel stuck in a sense of moving forward in a particular direction. You feel in some shape or form finances are impacting your frequency as well. And really having, you know, somebody to support you through this situation. It might be a masculine or a feminine energy. Really wanting that person around to give you that moral support. You're really up in your head about it. You know, reach out to people around you. So that you're not feeling alone, and you know your frequency is going to pick up. I'll see you during the month. Love and light, and we'll talk soon.